I had a question for myself on a beautiful hot summer day. Is the Sony DSC HX400V still good for nature photography and video in 2024? I went to the lake to find out. We had had a week-long stretch of unbearably hot and humid weather where I stayed inside mostly. The lake, its beautiful sunshine, was a great relief. There was some sad evidence that not all had survived the heat. I looked for better things to photograph with the Sony DSC HX400V. The lake didn't disappoint. Fireweed grew at the lakeside. It attracted lots of cabbage butterflies who flitted around happily looking for nectar. With the lens zoomed to 1200 millimeters, I made this nice shot of fireweed. Here's one, cabbage moth flying in. He settles in to taste what he can of the fireweed. Here's one who hides. Now here's a slightly yellowish version of the same moth, or butterfly rather. I shot at 24 frames per second for this video and used the same white balance of bipartisan color. To zoom in at 1200 meter on these photos of the tiger lilies, I used flexible spot, generally in the center, so that I can get a perfect focus on all of these flowers at 1/2000th of a second, and generally f/6.3. Now some animals showed up. This yellow-eared slider was being fed by some children and their parents, which is not a good thing to do with wildlife, but it made him hang around the bridge over the water that I was photographing and shooting video off of. Here, I extended the zoom to 1200 and used the flexible spot again. Here's the yellow-eared slider again. It was also a family day. Here they spend it on the logs. Almost without my noticing, this great blue heron flew in. He jumped in the water. He couldn't find a fish to eat, so I turned away. Then suddenly he flew over my head and joined the turtles. Look how surprised that turtle looks, imagining he might be eaten. But the great blue heron wasn't interested in him. He moved forward a few steps, looking for a fish. I'm amazed at the patience of these birds. This is a handheld video, so that's why it's a little shaky. I wasn't as calm as he was, that is. Suddenly he seemed to see something in the water, a fish perhaps, and then bam! He's got one. He speared this poor fish and then knew what to do with him, as the turtle watched in amazement. Then the great blue heron rested, satisfied. A green-winged teal ducked his head, looking for his own meal, but then swam away. A little green heron hunted from a branch over the water. Then he jumped in. Looking at it was a robin with a juvenile swallow next to it. A common white-tailed dragonfly rested on concrete, watching all this action.